What's up? Happy Monday. Today is August. Wait a minute. Is it the? I got the date wrong. Today's August 23rd. I had August 22nd. Today's August 23rd, and this is the 56th episode of the Be Your Own Hero Show. Hero is an acronym. It means helping everyone reach optimism. And it's a clothing brand that I created during the pandemic to provide the unhoused with two things: brand new clothing, and also wearable affirmations that will uplift their spirits. Hopefully, that's the idea. So if you want to participate in the giving, there's a website. It's just giveherohoodies.com, and you can support. Every item you buy creates a second bonus item that I gift to the unhoused. I'm trying to get the glare off my glasses. I'm just going to tilt my head down a little bit. Anyway, I'm obviously on location. I'm in Cape Cod. Cape Cod is not Cape Canaveral. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday. He was like, Cape Canaveral? No, Cape Cod is in Massachusetts. It's that little leg of Massachusetts that comes out from the bottom. It's a kind of vacation spot for folks that live in Boston. And I was born in Boston, for those of you that don't know. I kind of moved around a lot, but I was born in Boston. So anyway, that's where I am. That's why the background is different. And that's why I can't figure out how to get the glare off my glasses, but it's all good. So there was no storm here. I know there were a lot of storm predictions. There was light drizzle yesterday and winds, but no storm here. I know some folks did experience a storm, so my thoughts and prayers go out to you. Hope all is well wherever you are. Okay, that said, my quick disclaimer: I am not a personal trainer nor my financial advisor. These are just tips and tricks that I've learned from me, and hopefully you'll get something out of it, some kind of utility for yourself. And shout out to the New Thought Media Network for allowing me the space and opportunity to talk about my journey to become my own hero. There's the website. You can check them out. You can donate. You can also check out the other programs here available on the New Thought Media Network. Okay. And check me out here on the Be Your Own Hero Show, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern, on the New Thought Media Network, and also on my Facebook page and also on my YouTube page. If you miss it, it'll rebroadcast. You can just watch the replay in both of those places. Okay, I think that's all my introductory stuff. Yeah, I think that's it. So let me tell you something. I've been up too long. For those of you that don't know, meditation with the moon was this morning. So meditation with the moon was at 4 a.m. Shout out to Reverend Melissa for doing that work of getting us up and grounding us and centering us at 4 a.m. twice a month for the new moon and the full moon. Today was a full moon, a blue moon. Someone in the chat said that this particular type of moon won't happen again for another about 3 years. So that's pretty exciting. I did not see it. It's cloudy up here, but I tried to take a look. I didn't see it. Anyway, what Reverend Melissa does is a full-blown morning practice, meaning a practice that you do in the morning to get yourself centered and grounded. So we did prayer, we did meditation, we did journaling. And the point is, I've been up since 3:30. And probably what I should have done is pre-recorded this a long time ago, because I was like 6 hours ago and I haven't been asleep again. I haven't been asleep since. So I've just been up like waiting for 10 a.m. to do the show. So I think next time after the show, I'll just go ahead and pre-record it and then you can watch it at 10. Anyway, that said, if you have not done meditation with the moon yet, you should totally do it. It is, what's the word? Grounding is the word that comes to mind, but also it's unexpected. Like the way your mind works at 4 a.m. is different than the way it works at other times of day. Speaking for myself. So I have found almost consistently every meditation with the moon that I've done with Reverend Melissa. My mind is so busy at 4 a.m. It's like squirrel, 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 right? And during the day, it's kind of busy, but not that busy, not in that same way. And we do an after party on Zoom. So the Meditation with the Moon happens here in this space on StreamYard. And then we go over to Zoom where we can see each other's faces and talk. And our experiences this morning in the after party were very similar in that all of our minds took us in unexpected places based on what Reverend Melissa was talking about. We didn't expect to go the places that we went in our minds. And I think that's the point I'm making, that at 4 a.m., your mind it's just moving in a different way than it does during the rest of the day. So you should totally try it. And remember, you can go back to sleep. You don't have to be crazy like me and stay up. You can go right back to bed and get your day started normally. So it's only like 15 minutes, half hour, and you should totally do it. So we haven't announced the date for the next one yet, but when we do, tune in, check it out, and see what comes up for you. That said, I'm going to tell you about what came up for me. So what came up for me, and again, mind you, my mind was all over the place, squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. And so I always feel like nothing's going to come up for me. But what came up for me was this long ago memory, buried deep, deep, deep in my subconscious, this long ago memory of me doing a job interview in Nashville. So this was right after I graduated from Morehouse, and I was in Nashville and I was trying to figure out what was next. And I got a job interview at this really prestigious advertising agency. And I was, acing all the interviews. I was going through flying colors. And so finally I had to sit down with the CEO, and I'm, knocking them out the park. I'd been doing interviews for a while. I was part of this program called Inroads, which was an internship program. So I'd been working in corporate America already. So, I'm knocking them out the park, pow, pow, pow. And then he asked me, so what's your life's mission? What's your life's mission? And I was like, well, that's a different question. And maybe because I wasn't prepared for it, I gave a different kind of answer. Like, your interview questions, your interview question answers, your answers to the interview questions, those pat responses, but this was different. And so what I ended up saying was something along the lines of, well, I want to uplift and inspire people and also fight racism. Right? And I remember this pause, this kind of pause where we're just kind of looking at each other. And he was like, that sounds amazing. That sounds great. I don't know what we can do for you here in terms of your life's mission, but that sounds great. And I realized later that that's when I lost the job, when they decided that when he decided that there was a disconnect. Sorry, they're doing the lawn out front. I hope you can't hear that. Anyway, I'd completely forgotten about that, but it came to mind this morning during the meditation with the moon, and it made me think of this question for the day. This is Motivation Monday, and my question is, what pulls you? What pulls you? Because motivation, Rev Mel says that motivation is a setup, and I agree, because motivation pushes you a little bit. It gives you a little push. I'm not sure what's going on out there. It gives you a little push, but after you get that little push, you need something to pull you. It sounds like they're in the apartment, doesn't it? Anyway, you need something to pull you. So I realized this morning, as I've been thinking about it, that long ago mission that I spoke to the CEO of that company to uplift and inspire has been pulling me subconsciously all this time. Because when I mentioned that interview on the Zoom this morning, the after party after sit with the moon, meditation with the moon, sorry, the other people on the Zoom were like, well, you do that now. You inspire people now. And I was like, really? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, huh, I really hadn't thought about it that way, even as I was telling them about the interview. And it's so funny that the way we see ourselves is so often different than the way others see us. Anyway, recognizing that I had this experience helps me recognize that I have been moving towards that goal subconsciously for a long time. And it's important to have something that pushes you, like motivation, but equally, if not more so important, to have something that pulls you. Because just saying I'm going to do it isn't enough. Like, let's use an easy one, like diet. I'm going to do this diet. Well, you can be motivated to do the diet for the first day, week or so. But after that, your subconscious habits start to kick back in. And at that point, you need something on the other end to pull you. You need something to pull you. That reminds me of this thought leader. His name is Ed Mylett. And he was talking about the fact that he'd been going to doctors and they'd been telling him to get in shape, start working out, the usual stuff. He was like, yeah, I'll get to it. And then he was out of town and had some kind of incident and had to go to the doctor. And the doctor there told him the same thing, but in a different way. That doctor said, do you want to be alive for your daughter's wedding? And his daughter was something like 2 at the time. He was like, what? Yeah, do you want to be alive for your daughter's wedding? Because if you don't change your behavior, you won't be. And that changed his life. Like, that was a strong enough emotional pull to pull him through working out, getting fit, eating right when the going got rough. So now he looks like Schwarzenegger. He's very fit and muscular, but he got there because of that one conversation. So it's important to find something. I'm talking to all of you, and I'm talking to me too, to find something that pulls you in addition to pushes you. You've got to have both. Otherwise, these goals that you set for yourself, they just will fall by the wayside. You've got to have something emotional that pulls you. And apparently, I've been pulled by the idea of uplifting and inspiring people for a very long time. And I'm grateful to make that connection. Okay, so that's my full circle moment about meditation with the moon and an interview that I had many years ago. And that question, what pulls you? So work with that question. Hopefully, all of you were working on yourselves in terms of complaining over the weekend, because that was the weekend's homework. On Friday, I said to pay attention to your complaints, because it sounds easy. It is not easy. It is not easy. Even those of us that think we're positive, we complain a lot in here. We might not say it out loud, but in here, we complain a lot. And so that's where I want you to pay attention to your complaints, because I've been doing that exercise. It is not easy. Okay, that said, I'm going to do a brief commercial break and then come back with the hero news right after this commercial interruption. So I'm in the chat. I'm laughing at Diego. He's asking how I see the squirrels when it's so dark outside. So I meant that metaphorically. I just meant that my mind is so busy at 4 a.m. Like, I literally was thinking, I need to look in my Strava app, my running app, and see what my recent accomplishments are. Like, that's something I could do anytime. But at 4 o'clock in the morning, while we're supposed to be doing this meditation, I'm like, ooh, I need to check my app. Just all over the place. So I meant it metaphorically. So shout out to Diego. Shout out to Tim. Yeah, you missed it this time, but come back next time, Tim. Shout out to Gladys. Yeah, thanks to all of you for watching live. Okay, so hero update. I've made my 7th, and for the time being, final donation today. And you will certainly recognize the name of this nonprofit because we've talked about it so much. Both me and Reverend Melissa have talked about it quite a bit. Project Love Strong, the nonprofit that started it all, for me at least, in terms of working with the unhoused. So I connected with Project Love Strong in Nashville after volunteering with my mom's church, First Baptist Church, Capitol Hill. And they've been doing the work of working with the unhoused for a little over 3 years there in Nashville. They've got 2 signature events. And I'm going to show a little bit of a video from the second signature event. Well, the 3rd annual, but of the 2 events, the second one. There's Hoodies for the Homeless, which you've heard me talk a lot about, and also T's and T. And so I've got a little video from the T's and T event. So I just sent them $140. That's 7 nonprofits in 4 different cities that have gotten donations now, thanks to all of you via the charity run that I've been doing. Speaking of which, the charity run is still going. This is day 84. I've been running every single day consecutively since the first day of June. I've accumulated more than more than 180 miles as of today. A little more than 180 miles, which is significant. At least to me, it feels pretty significant. And I've been able to donate, as I just said, monies to all 7 of these nonprofits. So a few of you were talking about, maybe rounding up, maybe making it more than 140. Like, let's talk about that soon. But for now, these 7 nonprofits have each been given $140 thanks to your donations via my charity run. And I am figuring out what's next because I'm still running and people are still asking about how they can get involved. Not just give money, but get involved. So that will be the next movement. So stay tuned for that coming up soon. And shout out to Project Love Strong. Please check them out on social media. Their Instagram is @Project Love Strong. Their website is projectlovestrong.org. You can get involved with them, and their founder, Jay White, joined the movement. And just, it would be great for you guys to get involved individually, directly with these nonprofits that I've been talking about. So, and they're based in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm not sure if I said that. So now let me show this this clip of an event we did together. So this is the 3rd annual T's and T event created by Project Love Strong. I was there representing the Hero Ministry, as we're calling it now. I donated mostly socks and a few shirts. And you'll see the socks actually in the clip and the police officers who volunteered that day holding the socks. So check it out. So that's Jay White at the end there in the yellow shirt, big hair. She's also from New York, and she moved down to Nashville and created this nonprofit, and she's been doing amazing things. So I think what I'll do later this week is I'll put on the screen all the different nonprofits, at least their Instagram handles, so you can check them out, donate, get involved, and get ready for phase 4 of the charity run. Okay. All that said, I think that's it. Tomorrow is Tuesday, Tip Tuesday. Thanks to those of you that sent me questions already. I've got a few things to respond to about finances tomorrow. So we're going to get that going, talk about some money stuff. So tune in tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central for the Be Your Own Hero show for Tip Tuesday. And until then, keep doing, be a hero. Be your own hero. Check out the Hero store at giveherohoodies.com. And remember that right now is better than perfect. Later.